We talked about what it is. We talked about the pros. We talked about the cons. We talked about risk. What is your, how companies should approach this so that safely, gradually, so they are ready without risking anything. So, what is the right approach looking at these pros and cons of code assistance?
It should undergo an assessment process, just like you adopt any other technology. So if you are in the IT leadership of a company, chances are you're getting asked from management, like, what about these? Is this going to make us better? Is it going to make us, more cost efficient? Efficiency is on everybody's mind. So at some level, IT leadership is going to be getting asked those questions. Uh, how they undertake the assessment process is, again, a large part dependent on how they generally do business, but they have processes for these things. Uh, for instance, like I said, if they're looking to adopt, an orchestration solution, they will be putting an RFP out. Like, here's what we needed to do. If they're looking to, again, get some networking security, they will be putting an RFP out, right? So they should really think in those terms as to what is it that we are then looking to optimize within our organization, and which efficiency, like which vector of efficiency do we want to tackle. So first, define the problem. See where the pain points for your developers are. Are the developers struggling mostly with building proper Docker images? Are they having trouble building, interacting with third-party systems that are less well understood? Like, what area is that? And then it may or may not be a coding assistant that runs directly within the IDE. It could simply be, an API level assistant where you're getting specific answers to specific questions. So it could be that you adopt it one way or the other. Because again, at scale, it does start to cost a serious amount of money, right? I mean, like I said, it's $20 a month. A few thousand developers, it starts to add up. And then you should have a clear idea of what you're okay with, like what type of what type of code sharing are you okay with, what type of training data are you okay with, how much data do you want it to train on your internal repos, et cetera, et cetera. And then the other thing is, how portable is it? So if you at some point say, well, we are not going to be using this assistant anymore. We are switching from one cloud to another, or we are ending our contract with this LLM and going with this other LLM company. How easy is it to make the switch? How seamless will it be for your developers, et cetera, et cetera? So how much of a lock-in does each LLM provide? Um, so I think the questions are going to be very familiar to anyone who's undertaken a technology assessment and a selection process for a technology stack.